What up, y'all? Man, it's your boy, Coach O, man. Tapping in with you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I was just on my little break, and I'm just sitting here chilling, man. You know, always got football on my mind. Always got mentoring on my mind. Always got all of that good stuff on my mind, man, because that's what I like to do, man. So anytime I get a chance to holler at y'all, I'm going to take the time out to do so, man. Another beautiful day, man. Like I said before, man, thank God for waking us up this morning, because without him, it wouldn't be none of this, man. All glory to him. Look, man, so first off, man, I'm always excited when we got our voluntary workouts, man. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, y'all. Monday, 5:50, we start in the weight room. We take it up to the field at 6:30. We finish at 8 o'clock. Wednesday, we have the same schedule. And Saturday, we on from 10 to 12. No weight room on Saturday. We do everything on the field, man. We got a bunch of great coaches. I'm constantly putting a lot of video out on TikTok and Snapchat. Man, listen, check us out, man. 5:50 to 8 o'clock, Pasadena High School, man. If you're out that way and you want to play youth football, or even going to the high school level, man, it don't matter to us, man. Come get into work. It's all voluntary. It's out there for you. You got coaches out there who are really do a great job. If you somebody that just want to come out and help, man, you know, you want to help these young men, because we don't turn down no help. Once again, everybody know, man, when you're coaching at the youth level, we're all volunteering. You don't get paid anything. Matter of fact, you pay more out than you would ever get. Like, I mean, it's like another bill for the next few months, which is fine, man. That's a bill that I just add to all the rest of them, you know. It is what it is. So, couple things, man. First off, the importance of voluntary workouts. And I just want to stress this, man, to anybody who, because I had a parent call me, and it's one of my favorite parents. She's super cool. But she called me, say, hey, Coach O, like, what's going on, Coach O? When does the regular season start? Like, when do we really start practicing? I said, well, you know, the regular season starts in about a month or so, but why are you asking? She was just like, man, you know, I work, I don't get off until this time, blah, blah. And so we having a conversation. But then I had to really stress to her what the importance of voluntary workouts are. And here's my opinion of the importance of it. Number one is building a bond. When we have these voluntary workouts, we're building a bond amongst teammates and also amongst coaches, because what happens is every year you're usually going to get one or two new coaches. You have a couple coaches that's kind of been working together, who've been around each other for a few years, but more than likely you're going to bring in new coaches, because some of these coaches have kids who are on the team and then they end up joining the staff. And so you have to, as a coach, I have to build a bond with those coaches as well. I have to sit up with those coaches, talk to them about football, what they kind of specialize in, what they're comfortable with, and I have to adapt to that. As a head coach, as a head coach, offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, a special teams coordinator, whatever you're doing, we all have to come together and do the right thing for the team, because it's all about the team. And that's what's important. That's why voluntary workouts are important. It's important for not only for the players to build a bond, but for the coaches to build a bond. Number two is usually voluntary workouts are the time where you're learning about most of your kids. The veteran kids, you already sort of know what they do, but then you realize how much help they truly need as well. You never really learn all the pieces that you need. You just continue to do the same thing. And sometimes you realize a lot of these kids, they still struggle with things that they should have known since they were 19 years old, that you start learning when you're like 7 or 8 years old, when you first start playing at the youth level. So you're sort of, in a way, you're kind of working backwards when it comes to some of these kids. So these voluntary times, if they show up, it continues to help them to catch up. That way, when we do have our mandatory practices where they have to show up to get the hours in before we get into pads and get into scrimmages and start the season, we're already at the level where we're caught up. We're already in mid-season shape. That's another thing. Like, you come into the season where your kids are all out of shape. Now you got to focus on conditioning too much. You should only have to condition. To me, you should have to condition maybe 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes of your practice. That's it. Because even when you're warming up at a fast pace. That's part of the conditioning. When you're practicing at 100%, unless you're told not to do so. That's conditioning. So if you're going to condition, that's probably the last 10 minutes of practice. And if your team has been showing up the voluntary workouts, everybody is in sync, everybody understands their position, everybody understands how what they're going to be doing for the football team. Everything else is, it's like, it's like putting your shoes on in the morning, tying your shoes, man. It's just that easy. It's that simple. So yeah, voluntary workouts are very important because it builds bonding, it builds team chemistry, it builds coaching chemistry, and it puts you in a position where you're in mid-season form by game 1. When you play your first game, now a lot of your younger players, because I've always stated, it's your younger players who are going to be the key. Those players who don't have all the experience, they're getting that experience now, and when the season starts, those guys are going to be the ones who ultimately are going to always be your reserve players, who are going to come in, take those veteran players out, give them breaks, but you never fall off because they're ready to go. They're ready to go because you had that off-season workouts. You had those voluntary workouts, and they were there every day. And now they understand their position. They see exactly what their role is supposed to be. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. So yes, voluntary workouts, super important. Again, builds chemistry, builds a bond, and it puts you in a position where you're so comfortable. By the time everything gets rolling, you ready to go. Coach O, I love y'all. Peace.